Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Midas Jimo, the team leader of Plan B Express. I'm sorry, have a lot of things we're handling in Uyo already, and so very quickly, we're just going to look at possibly likely things happening today, this week in the markets. Of course, we can see now that we're having some retracement in the markets. Yeah, that could just be some kind of pullback, and we want to have that. And of course, I've already seen that, okay, the market, have done so massively well. But if you look at vis-a-vis, I've told you, if you're trading, you just need to know basic things and not too definite or too hot things. So you need to know. We're looking at, the DXY, that's a dollar, US dollars index. And so but however, this is just a pullback for it. So we want to see some kind of breakout. If you break out, they have to create a kind of retracement for BTC. I'm going to tell us some things that we need to pay just little attention or wrap attention to. Of course, we could see that we have this and so much resistance at that point. That's the region that we'll be struggling with. And so that looks like a bad deal that probably can come down to 29,200, or worst case scenario, maybe $28,100 and all of that. So in a nutshell, some of us have sold up some coins that won't sell, or we could have a kind of sideways movement within the region of 29,000, to 30,000 as it were for some time now before we can take the next move. But this is the narrative. The narrative is this. Bitcoin, I may not really have the time to spell out the kind of why we may not go so bogus the way people have been talking about the market, because we have more resistance going up for Bitcoin, and even with the manipulations, true. But if you are new tonight, or if you are new to crypto, there's something you need to understand. There is a season, yeah. We know that there's a cycle in the market, the 4-year cycle, which we call the bull run and the bear market, as it were. Yeah, we've been, a leg up, gradually a leg up for the bull run. Yeah. So, but in between the bull run, you have several trends, and then so you really want to understand. But you do not need to be a professional to make money in the crypto. All you need is to be informational. I'm ready to learn and pay up attention to instructions as much as possible. Now, this is the thing. I've told us that there's something you not still need to caution yourself about: how to work on yourself and run away from Ponzi scheme. Anytime Ponzi scheme is getting to the peak, and talking, so much program coming up and all of that, just know that we're beginning to be exposed to the bull run, as it were. So that's one reason why at that point in time, you have to be wary of shining objects and funny schemes that seems too good to be true rather, and then you can walk on yourself. But at that time, you don't need to pay much attention to buying into, important projects, so that be able to make a lot of money, So now, this is what I may probably expect people to be doing. Number one, we have said, you build your cash flow by yourself, and don't believe in a lockdown money with a platform that claims to be long-term return. So you have to plan your long-term by diversifying to flexible project that you can liquidate, you can exit, and all of that. So that's how to do long-term in crypto, and not like buying a package and then they tell you that, okay, what they are paying you now is this, when the coin now pump, when the coin gets you so money amount, when it listed on this exchange, is going to go to $10,000. You don't need to believe those crap. Crypto is flexible for you to build your portfolio by yourself as much as possible. You refuse to build your portfolio by yourself, people will use you to build their portfolios. So on that note, we tell people, learn how to spread out to staking project, farming project, and not so-called platform they say is mining, platform they say is, so many things. So let me just go quickly. Now, time now that the market will be going sideways, there are some coins that probably will want to be doing some move. Let me just go to these guys. Are you serious? Just going to this guy that's okay. That's not okay. So let me go to some other farming platforms. You remember, many of you, if you are following last week or last 2 weeks, I talked about WigoSwap and FTM. And I experimented. In the process of doing experimentation, I told people that you need your MetaMask, especially if you are new into the space, you need your MetaMask, right? MetaMask, please, minimum MetaMask you need as a crypto person is 3. Then over time, who is already building his portfolio will need external hardware wallet that you can connect with your MetaMask and then, help yourself to protect your account. So having gotten your MetaMask, you would definitely need to have access to some, good projects that are more flexible in their staking approach. And one of it kind is WigoSwap. So I'll quickly just show you WigoSwap. Now, WigoSwap, I've been developing a lot of things silently. Now, this is not a guarantee because this is not a financial advice. Now, because people tend to take information to be valid. Not a financial advisor. Even though I know your financial advisor will say the best thing to help yourself, out of issues with money is to reduce your expenses. But there are expenses that are not reducible. So it all depends on the understanding you have about what you want exactly. So, but I always put to people, crypto is beyond network marketing. Please get this to your mind. Cryptocurrency, blockchain technology is beyond network marketing, right? I was just having interaction with somebody now while we're in the meeting, and I was trying to let him know that I met a lot of people who tell me that they will never invest in crypto because they have lost so much money. And the funniest thing is that I kept replying them that you were never in cryptocurrency. Now, this person ambiguous that how can you tell somebody that was not in cryptocurrency when you have lost so crazy money, so much money in cryptocurrency, and you are still saying he was never in cryptocurrency? Let's go deeper. I go to the coin market tab or CoinGecko. Let me quickly do something. Okay, so this is CoinGecko. Here, this is CoinGecko. These are different cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and all of that. Now, if you have right mentorship, you will know that you don't need to buy Bitcoin. You devise a means to earn Bitcoin. The Ethereum, yeah, we may still buy, but you equally devise a means to earn Ethereum. Or find a way to not to just buy at a go, maybe to dollar cost average, Ethereum. Then you probably want to go to other tokens that are lesser in prices and all of that. And then you want to buy chunks of it, depending on the orientation and the training you got, research information you have about some coins, which you are taking risk anyway, because you may be disappointed fundamentally that what you thought or you imagined, with bias, and whatever, may not really happen eventually in that market you're buying because somebody have told you this coin is going to do this, it's going to do that, and that's why you're buying it. All right. So now for you to really tell me you have been in cryptocurrency, number one, you should have been able to be building portfolio whereby you buy this coin, you follow the trend of activities of a coin, and then looking at the narrative around it. Then secondly, we've been talking so much, very long time about staking and farming. So let me go to stakingReward.com. Okay, you could see different staking reward assets. service providers or something. Okay, so top lending platforms. So those of you who have been fooled into so many crazy nonsense, and then they tell you that we are doing staking, we are doing reward lending, and all of that. You know, I laugh in Swahili because I told you, hey guys, you just need to help yourself and reduce all those funny schemes. One of the major lending platform, digital lending platform we've known for a very long time has been Aave. And you have other ones like Compound and all this like. Now, they aren't going to be telling you we're going to pay you 1% every day or 1% every week or stuff like that. Even some of them are still subject to, volatility and then liquidity issues and all of that, which they have their own associated risk as, they have their own associated risk. But of course, you can tell yourself, okay, I'm actually, putting into lending. And then, of course, there are other things you need to learn about the lending. And then before you talk about liquidity providers and so talking about the farming. All right. So let's go to DeFi Lemon. And I'm just doing all of this because funny people are always coming around to tell you about bring your money, we are paying you 1% every day or 1.5% every day or 2% every day for we are lending. So lending to who? You need to ask yourself question, who is lending and who is borrowing? Okay, so how can you tell me you are lending and then you are paying me so percentage and all of that for who lend to who? Who borrow to who or who borrow from who as much as possible. Now, I'm just trying to give and take recent. Okay, here's recent. Okay, so you see some tokens that the lock volumes on their blockchain, as it were, and all of that. Now, oh, PepperDex, are you serious? That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so King, TVL. Sorry. So I'm trying to create a narrative here that for you to say you are in cryptocurrency, number one, you have created, an account on decentralized wallets. You have your exchange platforms. Yeah. Then you must have bought an asset and then, right, bought an asset, keep to, watch when it grow and you sell and all of that. Then you diversify into, the farming, the staking, and the lending. So I don't do much of lending, but about farming, because of lending actually have some more, more riskier than the, kind of liquidity or staking, because you can have impairment loss in the liquidity, that is the farming. But of course, you are now careful on the type of token you select. So let me quickly just go back to WigglesWap as an example tonight. In the case of WigglesWap, it's a platform that's trying to create a lot of things and then decentralizations and stuff like that, and so creating more and then related to games. However, on FTM blockchain, yeah. Now, you now want to create a narrative. Okay, if that is the case, I will have to check my combination. So I can decide to look at this combination, Ethereum and FTM. Why? You want to have Ethereum because you know that it will go up eventually. You want to have FTM because you know it will still go up eventually. Why? So for that, you can afford to say, okay, let me put these two. So let's say as at the time you are buying this one, maybe you bought one Ethereum when it was $1,200 or $1,000, or even at this present price. And then you have imagination, supposedly that, okay, Ethereum could still do $5,000 to $7,000 before the bull run or by the bull run. And if give and take could do $13,000, for instance, so you have one Ethereum, and then you bought FTM, maybe where the price was still lower than these two, or even at the prevailing price. And they're going to give you this, and maybe let before the next bull run happen properly. You have spent almost a year So you have gotten some volumes of WIGO, and WIGO itself too now appreciated. So let's look at WIGO swap, WIGO. Sorry, let's go here. WIGO. These are the things that people don't like when they come into Plan B, when you're telling them be gradual, one step at a time. People don't like it. People just like to get involved in hit and run and all of that. So, wow. So look at WIGO. I'm sure when I talked about WIGO last week, it was not up to this. Okay. So WIGO, I've done 90% in 7 days. And then in 30 days, so 5%. So 14 days, about 32%. So, but for about 9 months, it has done 1,700%. Remember, this token went up so crazily last which month that from that January, February, and we saw that for like 6 months we did 3,000% from the all-time low. But the good thing is this: we're looking at the all-time high was last year, 2022. Yeah, that was March or so. Then you are looking at, you still have about 3 zeros, and then it was 2 cents. So you now say, okay, I want to buy the coin, yeah, and combine with FTM. Look at it, and then stake it, or do the farming probably to go up to liquidity, and then to provide, so add liquidity. You now say FTM. Let's say you put I don't know, 5,000 FTM. I don't know how much FTM costs now. Or let's just say 500 FTM. This is 46,000. Or let's say 1,000 FTM. So this is 93,557. So 93,557. That will cost how much? So I've just been trying to experiment some things. Okay, that's not too much. So that's $300. So so that means 300 and something, 300. So that's about $600 plus. Then you keep into, of course, you must have connect your wallets, and then you use the FTM to buy the WIGO. So that means you're going to need like times 2 of this. Buy the WIGO, and then supply, you're going to supply the liquidity. And then you are good to go. Then you have to come back and then go to the WIGO farm, and now connect your MetaMask, and then click on submit or invest or something, and then it will now be generating WIGO for you. But you still have your WIGO you add with the FTM that will continue. When I did this last 2 weeks or so teaching, this price was 2.6. This price was 0.0026. So they were at par that way. So even if you have bought just FTM and the WIGO, apart from the one you put in the farming, perhaps now you will want to say you want to sell because you have done some profit. This is the point where people get tired, with us, that because we are not making instant money or lousy money, but we build the wealth because we can always be systematic and be building from one layer to another layer, from one layer to another layer. So I just use an example of WIGO Swap. Now I will quickly go, because please, if you are in our community and people are dragging you so much around, recruiting and all of that, be careful and be wary of those people. That doesn't mean that we don't build affiliate. For instance, now we are never great FFS training and then teaching people financial, market and all of that. So you agree that Evergreen FFS has affiliate system. Yes, fine. We're going to make money from the affiliate too, but the focus is actually not the affiliate. Number one, the focus is actually to help people out of Ponzi scheme. Number two is to give people soft landing as they're coming to be able to start making money without knowing how to even trade by themselves. So, but over time, they will have expansion to learn more and be able to do it by themselves. Okay? So now, the same thing when you come to plan B and somebody is not telling you about, do you have a portfolio? Yeah, you need to build your portfolio. Do you have any knowledge about crypto, blockchain? I don't know how. Okay, get enroll in the academy. But when somebody is just coming to you and telling you, oh, come and do this, yeah, fine. We do a lot of things like new people coming in. You can do some airdrops, but we want people. You don't use your official email to do your airdrops and all of that. You use separate email and then your separate wallet to do what's it called? Airdrops, as it were. So for that, our first target and song and motive is that people can be independent and then with helping themselves to build their portfolio without interference of anybody. Yeah, so it's on that note, sometime coming to the platform, let me use an example. Please, if you are here tonight, and I gave instruction last week or last 2 weeks on our platform that everybody should go to their Mavi back office. So if you have not done your own, you have to do that right now. Then if you are not, if you come to plan B, and the most aspects people are emphasizing for you, like this is Mavi or Trump, for instance. Now, we're more concerned about the farming. Yeah. Or Trump swap, something like this. Okay, so we're more concerned about okay, so we're more concerned about the farming, right? Down just the marketing. This is the reason. It's still good down, it's still lucrative because over time, this 74% APR may reduce to 5%. The question you ask me is that, will people still invest? Why not? You may be looking for money to buy just like few thousands of the token, but somebody who had been farming since, we have access to still keeping the farming and still making a lot of money. Let me use an example. When they got started and then launched on the farming, it was 1 cent. Somebody who used $1,000 divided by 0.01. So the fellow have 100,000 pieces with 1,000. Now, it now has to combine and then start farming. Yeah, so 100,000 pieces. So within actually 4 months, so let's say because of the capacity was bogus that time, has done, let's even say 25% because of APY. So you're going to say 0.25 multiplied by 100,000. So that's about 25,000. Wow, that's crazy. So 25,000. Now you remember the 100,000 is still there. Why this is accruing? So let now say a time does come because the price of the token has gone up. Now the price of the token, let's say that just come to ordinary $1 or 50%. Now, for you to do 25,000 and stake, so multiply by 0.5, that's about $12,500. So now you probably may just have only $1,000. So if you have $1,000, of course, divide by 0.5, that's about currently $1,000 by 0.5. So you're going to have 2,000 pieces of the token. Yeah, so now they're going to pay 5% in a year. So multiply by 0.05. That's 100. You will not be comfortable. But there's somebody from his excess profit is having 25,000 pieces. 25,000 pieces multiply by 0.05. So is accrual for 1 year is more than the one you bought with your money as your own staking. Okay, so now this brings us to the point of understanding time and season, and how to leverage on it. It's very important. So if you do not pay attention, so now the Otron swap, if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, wherever, you definitely would need to have know how to bridge. You can check some of my video on YouTube. You can check how to bridge from Binance chain or Ethereum chain or whatever to Otron, which you have to bridge something like this, and then buy the ULX. So you have to now swap the ULX, and then having swap the ULX, you now have to go to liquidity and then so provide the liquidity depending on what you want to swap and to combine the liquidity with. Now, what the advantage? The advantage is this. If it's going to give, let's say 73% a year, so 73% a year, so let's say cumulatively at the end of the year, it could then go to average of 25% a year. Now, summatively. So 25 in the year, so you are now saying divide by 12. So that's going to give about 2% in the month. All right. So if you have accrued more than enough, then but the price itself had actually appreciated so much that the accruer will give you much money, and then you can allow the base to still be there. So there be need to participate in other things because of your volume. So you have to build capacity from the beginning coming into crypto. That's where you can tell yourself I'm in crypto, not the hit and run style. Okay. So ULX, if you are, on ULX, and all your concern is just about the Mavi, well, that means you are not from Plan B proper. Yeah, Mavi is there, the people, and then to correct one impression, those of you on Plan B, and I'm sure you receive a message about the back office information and all of that. Well, listen, if you're not building the network of Mavi system, there's no need to want to pay for one back office. What do they call it? Something like that. So please be clarified. You do not need any of those things. After all, you're just an investor. So it is when you are building an affiliate on it and you want to make sure that because anybody who joins under you, you can make some affiliate commission. But without that, there's no need. For me, there's no need. The $45 or $1 something, I just use it to buy some coins and help yourself. Okay, so last but not least, somebody chatted me, I think, gave me this guy can hype. So I'm sorry. So I don't know, maybe they do a lot of Pumpamenta, was the Ben coin. That is a BitBoy. We call it Ben Nation or Ben something. Okay, I think he started appreciating in the morning. Not a financial advice, because the guys is what do they call it? A YouTuber, and then do a lot of what I call it, hype or something. So you probably want to get it because you're talking, they are going to do like this, they're going to do like this. So, but I don't take people for some of those things can be, so you just have to be very careful anyway. So I think you can get it on the BitGet, MXC, probably Uniswap for yourself. So, but you have to be careful with some of those coins when you buy them. So when the narrative is changing, you need to like offload those coins. So, but okay. So that's one of the things that if you are in crypto, you want to diversify, build your portfolio, leverage on opportunity coins, some meme coins, and all of that. Then when you make more money, you can build more of your portfolio by buying more primary coins, as it were. Okay. So like we have said, Yeah, BTC want some kind of retracement. Where's this guy? So you can see the BTC, expecting some kind of retracement. So blah 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 blah. You can still say we can get to 27,900. Why not? Or below, or just above, or 29,200 or something. Okay. So a Bitcoin can try and help us to do sideways movement. That's going to be a lovely thing for us, because so that we'll be able to harness our tokens so that can build up more meme coins to make money. So when BTC now come down, you can add to your portfolio as it were, if you like. Yeah, needed to show something. Okay, let me just quickly show some of us one secret that we're doing sometime, on Drip. Yeah, so let me go here. Drip. So some of us who we told us that you can be building your account, right? Can be building your account, like having many wallets. So when you build an account, we have a target of building each account or each wallet to 10,000 pieces. So it's not much. It's just about, like, depending as the market is fluctuating but up and down. So average of $2,000. Now you perhaps may not have the money to just buy 2,000 of Drip at the go, but you can buy at maybe $500, $200. And then as you're compounding, once you get to 10,000, you want to now create another account, so which you can drop. So the volume here. So what do I want to do now? Look, I want to do something. Okay, let me do something. Maybe from next month, I'm going to do some kind of a drop-in to new people, because you need just one Drip to set up an account. So now, let me do something. Okay, we'll start next month. So I want to claim this one. And then so that in order to be building other wallets, those of you who are on Drip network, yeah, so your file set, so we have the farming, the Drip garden and all of that. So I want to harvest, let's claim this. And now I drop it to another wallet, direct wallet, 78. So I'm dropping it to another wallet. So I can go to search wallet. So it's still pending. Okay. Okay, so this is another wallet. So it's already a drop here. So I can as well combine whatever fraction I'm seeing here. Okay, so compounding this. So now look at what I'm doing. I've just started doing that, dropping from other wallets to this guy. So when I take this guy to 10,000 again, I allow it to run organically, right? Some interval, compound, some interval, I drop it back to, so that over time, Yeah, created another wallet too again to build up. Yeah, this one I just started it. Was it last 2 weeks or something? So it's already like almost 1,000. So the milestone is to get to 10,000. Now you may look at me, I'm not serious because this like DeFi games, part of diversifications. Now, so what really happened? So what happened is this: when the market or the price movement of this token become aggressive, let's say the price of this token just become aggressive and get to, let's say, $1 or so what happened? Think about, oh, are you serious? Is it 26 cents? Oh, it came down very drastic. Okay? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, wow. So it came down to 26. So that was where it moved from. That means if Bitcoin can just help us to consolidate, then that means I'm going to buy the one I'm just want to buy to add, because it has come down again. And so when Bitcoin now settled down again to do sideways movement, that was going to make a lot of sense. So the point is that when this token get up to just $1, and then let's say you have 10 accounts. I'm not saying you're going to create 10 accounts. Sorry, excuse me. So let's say you have 10 accounts that you have built up to 10,000 each. Yeah, remember this is a DeFi game because the whole thing is deflammatory, and so people are contributing to make more, and then when you swap, they charge tax and all of that. So just like revolving capital, it's where you have 10,000 in about 10 wallets. So that means on average, you are making about 0.1. So 1, so 10,000, so 1,000, sorry, is it 1,000? 100 times 30 days. That'll be 3,000. And times 10 wallets. That will be 30,000. So let's say the price go to 50 cents, okay? So multiply by 0.5. So that will be $15,000. So what will happen to get to $1? So it means that while you're compounding and strategizing this way, a time may come that in 1 month, what accrue, you now leave it to claim it, maybe when the price go to $2, you have 30,000. Then you are now converting it. So you already have some heavy money. So in 1 month, you can make a lot of money, more than the amount of money you invested and continue to compound. All right, so that's for, the drip network. So lastly, let me go. So we talked about stock, some of you who trade stock. So, and I showed to us, I was sharing with, let me look at this stock, this local stock anyway. I was telling some fellow about Presco, and when I asked some people to buy, because one of our protege will check for him when he coming. Wow. Yeah, so this Presco, we saw after selling, at about $200 last year, and then that continued down. Then we have a recovery. So it's at a very critical resistance now. If you could not make it here, a double top, and then we're going to have a crash down. Perhaps we may not get to the neckline because this is not crypto, so the movement cannot be as drastic as we expect it. So, but the bottom line is this. What we still show to people in Plan B is that you can be independently involved into your stock by yourself without interference of third party, but you need information and knowledge of how to go about that. Okay, so it's an example of, I was checking one stock. Is this Starling? The movement was so drastic, and let me check. Yeah, Starling Financial Holding. Oh, good. Yeah, so I saw it. I was telling my friend, I said it was enough to have get up from it, and I think it has really proven that. So want to see what could happen. So from about $3, yeah, about 3 naira rather. And then so waiting for another appropriate time to get in and all of that after the retracement. So now, so the whole ideology is this. You ask me, Felix, why do you not just you know still stocks alone or crypto and all of that? No, it's about diversification in the same financial market. Well, diversification does not mean trying to waste my resources onto third-party platform claiming to be trading and giving me percentage profit and all that. They're not just working. So I would rather have to spread and extend my money into some stock so that they can have what to, think, leverage on. Because I've told us, yeah, one of the things that crypto have done now is about trying to separate itself from the stock market. Okay. So BTC is trying to say, hey, I'm trying to bounce back and all of that. So, but let's hope what happens. So, crypto is about to separate itself from the stock market, but of course, still highly influenced by all the associated issues and then government's policy. Let me just say that. We could see all of those things, the the SEC, the whatever, about some exchanges and different platforms and all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, so I just have to share this tonight and then let us know that, okay, we're at a critical point again for BTC that we break above $31,700, and then we can continue the journey. Outside that, we can pull back to 29,200 or down to possibly 8,100. So, but for me, if you have bought Bitcoin and then you want to sell, you have sold up here, I will have set my market price at 29,200, 28,000 plus, and come down to about $28,000. All right. So that's so you can still correlate that to other coins, that altcoin close to BTC. For other meme coin, as long as BTC can help us to go sideways, then we're going to have another season for the meme coin where they can pump as much as possible. For now, you have to be very careful because BTC could deceive a lot of people again by this structure and get it broken and then continue the journey up. And so you wouldn't want to be that type. All right. Then I think that's one of the. So I expect everybody to have their exchange platform, have their wallet, so that you can do the needful. Okay, let's go here. All right. Okay. Okay, so let me look at the ULX data by. Okay, makes sense. Still holding on. So I think I've come to the end of this interaction tonight, and just tell you, you have to go back to your drawing board so that you did the needful by, first of all, learning how to build your portfolio, and then mix it. Truck of resistance. So you have to just know how to build your portfolio and then help yourself out of listening to Ponzi promoters who are going to tell you this company, this coin is the best coin, is going to do this and all of that. Of course, and then help yourself for personal development. Go and enroll. You can go and enroll in the Crypto Academy to learn more and how to be in charge by yourself. Okay. Okay, so Pepe, look at Pepe have done nicely well. So this guy is generally gradually moving on. Okay, so let's watch what happened. Market, like I've said, but you probably want to exercise patience so that you can start ladder buying to some coins. But of course, there are some coins that have refused to move, and maybe by now they will try to shake to move as well. All right, so please let's be careful with Ponzi scheme. They drain you, they rob you of your attention to learning. So the earlier you can dissociate yourself from Ponzi scheme, the better for you, because when the bull run come, you're going to be fund one thing. So you'll be struggling because it's what you have on ground that you can build on. Okay. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. October, month of July, I've told you guys if we missed out of June, May, June, and July, the bull run may be difficult for you. That's the truth. Okay. So that's what we need to do and pay attention to basic learning, entry, exit, yeah, understanding the market structure, and then you'll be fine. You do not need to be a pro, but always be person of information, and then you can do more. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our promo closing tonight by 12 midnight. So if you're yet to take advantage, why not? Can do. Then those of us who attended, if you are new, you attended the Evergreen first announced a 25% discount, which is going to be ending tomorrow midnight. That's 12 a.m. tomorrow, not today. And then I think you may want to leverage on that to activate your account. So if you're in Uyo or you have friends in Uyo, you invited some prospect to Uyo meeting, I think you can decide to have to call them so that they can do the needful leveraging on the promo that's on right. Okay, so anyone with questions? I wanted touching about the aspect of OKES, but I think that will be next week. So that I beg us, let's make use of those tools that are freely available for us. I was just sharing with them the other time, somewhere about the need for you to see your business, your crypto business, your online, as your conventional business, so that you can put that energy, not looking at it as one of those things, just by the way. The more you are casual about your business, your crypto business, the less productive you become. That's the truth. Because you won't pay attention to things of value, and then you always take things for granted. Okay? So by the grace of God, in the month of July, we'll have a lot of things to be done. I think we're going to be having some conferences with the bearers in Port Harcourt. Once you finalize, I'm going to let us know. And then it's going to be more impactful, and then teaching people on how to leverage on the market. Just know that anything you get by chance or by luck, you will evaporate by chance. So let us build ourselves, reduce all those exposure to funny scheme, because they are not going to help us at all. They will drain people's sense of initiative, and then will become less productive. So thank you very much, everyone. So you have questions, so you can quickly just put up your digital hands or go to the chat box, chat, and then type your questions or inquiries so that we can respond to you as fast as possible. So I'm waiting. Okay, I can see one hands up already. Okay, CNN, thank you very much, sir. Okay, let's go here. All right, sir, speak on, sir.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Happy Sunday.
Amen, sir.
And I see you.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know you are, I don't know you are in New, so you didn't call your boy to follow again.
No, don't tag me.
Well done, sir.
Amen, sir.
So we are planning for Port Harcourt. No.
Okay.
So the plan is on now. Maybe
Okay.
during the week. So I think that we make the full update available for you
Okay.
about the Port Harcourt event.
Okay.
So I should update you about that.
All right, sir.
So number 2, you are mentioning something about Mavis.
Yes, sir.
That we should do something. So I can't hear it clearly. So
Okay.
I don't know whether you are saying maybe we should off our auto or
Yes.
no, I didn't get that question.
Yeah, I gave instruction last week or last 2 weeks or so. Yeah, that we should turn off the auto at the back of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my sentiment anyway, because some people may not, because the essence of leadership is to be sacrificial in nature. Now, this is my sentiment, and I know a lot of people who are just like normal network marketer may not like the idea. Some new modalities that were in Mavi back office were not in place before, maybe because I'm not a core networker. That's why I may be misunderstanding it. But for me, the flexibility of what we are doing is so important for me. Having seen that we could be making more money in the farming of the ULX on the Swap, help us much. Now, in the back office, I saw that, okay, they said some things about like renter, they introduced something like, is it lottery something? So live limited lottery, pre-sale, stuff like that. Get gaming, NFT, stuff. Then, and I looked at it, this is my narrative and sentiment. We have some tokens we, locked in our several back office. And this back office, those tokens, right, we put it on auto before to make 107% a year, the first year. So if you look at this account now, that means the total coin stake is 58,000 pieces. And what it has accrued for the period, all of them, is 115 altogether. So that means if you take out this accrual with the base is this. Now, if it's still on auto, what it simply means is this. It will continue to compound, yielding up this. Now, assuming a time comes and the price of the token get to, let's say 50 cents or $1, and that's the time you say, let me remove the auto. Listen, the moment you remove the auto, after like 24 or 48 hours, you'll now be earning on the volume that is here. That doesn't mean you are going to see this money, this volume of this token to be extracted immediately. So you're only going to be at the mercy of the fraction of the percentage being paid. So, and logically, having been, operate on sentiments and some, some kind of narrative, I don't look at myself and say, time may come, you may not be able to take out this token like that, just like that. So they may be telling you this, yada, yada. So for that, I say, okay, the earlier the better, we remove. And maybe you check some time when it has accrued to something, maybe 50, 100, 120, 150, you get it withdrawn to your external wallet and do farming or place it on the staking for DEX. So why this continue to accrue more, you continue to bring it out and all of that. So why I say that is that if you are planning long-term in any of your business, your crypto and all of that, let it be you are the one making it long-term, not that because it's being confiscated somewhere that's subject to make it long-term. So in a nutshell, everybody should remove their auto stake and let it be where Accrual can now be made available here, and then you can get it withdrawn. And if you want to do farming, you find if you don't want to do farming, you just allow it to be your external wallet. And when it pumps, you sell. And then if you dump, you have more money or time, you buy. If not, you wait, for your accumulated accrual to be dropping for withdrawal. So that's
Okay.
yes, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I think I get
So,
it right.
and to add to
Thank you
read,
very much.
and to add to read, if anybody who is not building network, and because I could see down here, it say, okay, free back office. Where is it? I saw somewhere here. Sorry, something. Because crypto is sweet, but not with all those conditions that I always tell people with sense of humility that any crypto that's just only MLM driven, you have to be wary of them. Okay, so my membership status, say 5 days left. So meaning the grace they give to me. So they should know that I'm not going to honor this grace because I'm not interested in the marketing. So I'm interested in the farming. And then because the farming give me ample opportunity for flexible income. And then that is very okay for me. And I think for anyone who really, really want to enjoy crypto, we go more into flexible outcomes than all of those. We have seen tokens that we've locked for many years, and at the end of the day, it's worth nothing eventually. And then there's nothing you can do. All right, sir? So any other question, anyone? So please, let's feel free to ask questions. And I'll keep begging us, please run away from Ponzi scheme. It kills. Because it has destroyed a lot of people's relationship. However, don't be victim of my ideology. But one thing I know is that there are much better way to make money and help yourself than those Ponzi scheme. People use this, let's join before it crashes, let's take positions, and even if it crashes, we'll big your money. Then you meet your Waterloo. I've had people, you introduce people to business and it broke their marriage. You introduce people to business and it led to their early grave. Introduce to business that scattered their ministry. Introduce people to business that had demoted people from work. Introduce business, so many things has happened. And so we have to actually ask and seek our conscience. Okay, somebody is talking. Yeah, you can keep that. That's one you can keep it. Yeah, just allow it. That one it's a decentralized stuff, and so you can keep doing what we're doing. So you can keep it there and your auto staking for your wiggle. Okay, I can see somebody hands up, so let me just mute you. Okay, Poco for Pro, you can unmute yourself and ask a question, please.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, concerning the Mavi, the auto stake change you asked us to do.
Yeah.
I did mine, but what I'm seeing is auto stake change will be processed in 8 days.
8 days.
Yes.
What? That was not so before. 8 days.
I don't know. Yes.
So that's one reason why everybody have to remove that auto stake on time. So if you're seeing 8 days now, that looks strange. Yeah. So because before they will only tell you that you're going to lose something like positions or stuff like that, and let me just look at it to take some stuff. Let's look at it here. If I reconnect my own bag, I don't want to take that risk anyway. But that shows that something is certainly not, you know what I'm talking about, because sometimes when before, when you take off, they're going to tell you, hey, you know what? If you, they'll tell you, you know what? If you remove the auto stake, you're going to lose status or position, stuff like that. And so I don't care about that, because what matters to me is my token. So if you're talking about 8 days now, yeah, that's something. But whichever thing they put there, just make sure you just unstake it, or remove the auto stake. So if they say this, that means you have to be patient, because what will happen after the unstake is taken off? It doesn't mean that the token you have outrightly can be released, because the update, I have to ask the Mavi platform and ask them, ordinarily once we are 1 year, we ought to be released part of the token being locked, either 25 or 30%, I can't remember.
Yeah, 30%.
Yeah, good. Now, when I had to ask them, they were talking about it's going to be September or something. And for my own narrative and, sentiment, that means we could, proud to that time, we could have some kind of maybe pump on the ULX by, August or thereabout. And that's September. If we're being released that 30%, we could have a very drastic dump in the price of the token, right? And so for that, the earlier you unstake, the better, because you will have been able to. Okay, somebody say my auto stake removal went through. When did you do that? And so, yeah, somebody say my own auto stake removal went through. Yeah, when did you do that, and what comment did you saw? And madam, what time were you trying to do that on stake?
I did it last week.
Oh yeah, but it shouldn't take that 8 days. Yeah. Did you observe something added to your wallet? And no, I'm talking about your back office. You're here, somewhere here.
Okay, my guy, I just did my own. I went through successfully.
Maybe something different. Yeah. So did you check your available wallet in your back office? Did you see anything there? Maybe 1 or 2 or 3, depending on what your portfolio is like. So you have to check it to see, because it shouldn't, because they should only ask you, you're about to lose a status, agree and all of that. So yeah. So because the whole essence that when you're able to make some withdrawal from that, so rather than just like keeping it there, compounding that thing, and you could just put it together and then now combine it with other tokens that is more appealing to you. Like, Cardano now is added there. Let's look at. So if you go to the farming now, you see Cardano, you see Chainlink, even FTM, you can see FTM. Yeah. So if it's FTM, you know you want to accumulate or hold on, and then Cardano and all of that, Chainlink. Yeah, Avalanche, Matic. So rather than keeping that there, then you could put this here and then keep the farming on. So perhaps maybe there was a different message you were reading, not necessarily whatever. And please, once you are done with that, I expect everybody, because somebody make a withdrawal sometime, and because he didn't do the needful, you ought to go to your profile, right, and go to your settings, something like that, or accounting. Yeah. So, and then okay, is it accounting or something? I think it should be settings or something. So be setting, and then you add your wallet. I know probably you had wallet before, which was your Binance. No, go to your MetaMask and copy your ULS wallet, which is going to be TRC20, ERC, ready? BAP20 or something. So you copy it and then come and add to your backend. So you can always make withdrawal. Yeah. anytime it has accumulated to something reasonable. And I think the charges is very, very insignificant of the token they will charge you for withdrawal. Okay. So the whole thing I'm painting is that, please everybody, the whole thing I'm painting here is this, so that you know practically you are in crypto, not just like all this buy this package, buy this and all of that. From the beginning, what we love on this Mavi was the fact that there were some separations between the blockchain project itself and the marketing of the Mavi. So that's what gave us an edge. If it were like just marketing hype, everything we're doing, both the farming, everything, they will have, say, hey, you have to pass through the Mavi so that people can be building the network and then all their referral bonus they want to make. So, but they have to make it separate. And some of us have investors mindset. And so they will just say, go there and do what you need to do. Okay, I think there's justice to that. Yeah, so there's justification for that. So I told you this guy may hype this coin. So why not? If you want to buy, can go to BitGet, may hype it. I don't know. He's a YouTuber and so influential, and so may you hype it. That is BitBoy. This is BitBoy coin, Ben coin. So you may hype it. If you want to buy, you can buy, but not too much. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've done Noble tonight. We are calling it a day. Please, my parting word is build portfolio beyond just a kind of hype and marketing. I'm not against marketing, but it is important to know that you are never in crypto if everything you are doing around crypto is network marketing. Most projects are just network marketing based in crypto. They end up rock pulling. That's the truth. They end up, and they have dealt with people, and people feel relaxed and they'll say, okay, I've invested my money. No, invest your money by yourself, learn the basic, know how to enter the platform, navigate to its exchange, buy it, understand the basics. And so people are learning, they're learning more now, applying it. The skill is going to be with you, and then you can make a whole lot of money. Be patient, be obedient, learn how to take simple instructions and follow them to the later. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. Remember, if you lack mentor, you will not have method and you will not be able to produce results. So anything of luck will be taken away by chance. Thank you very much, everyone. Do have a nice rest. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.